Rocky Balboa's movie boxing record, every win and loss. Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, had a legendary boxing career in the Rocky movie franchise. Balboa, a southpaw underdog no-name from Philadelphia, enjoyed a rags-to-riches story when he became the heavyweight champion of the world, before returning to Philly in his later years of retirement. Rocky is the inspirational protagonist of 6 Rocky movies, and he also co-starred in 2 Creed films as the mentor and manager of Adonis Creed, Michael D. Jordan. Introduced in 1976 as Rocky Balboa began as an unknown club fighter who barely eked out a living by moonlighting as a mob enforcer. Rocky's original boxing style was straight-ahead brute force with no style or footwork. Rocky's original manager and trainer, Mickey Goldmill, Burgess Meredith, taught the southpaw to fight right-handed and worked on his speed. Apollo Creed, Carl Weathers, reinvented Balboa's fighting style and taught Rocky to fight like him, emphasizing movement and defense combined with Balboa's power. Rocky's fights are iconic, with several being 15-round wars that pushed Balboa and his opponents to the limits of human endurance. Rocky ended his professional career as a 2-time heavyweight champion. However, a few of Rocky's most famous battles were not sanctioned boxing matches that counted toward his professional record. Here is Rocky Balboa's complete boxing record from 1976 as Rocky to 2006 as Rocky Balboa and his unforgettable fights in between. Rocky's record before his fights with Apollo Creed, Rocky and Rocky II. When Rocky begins, it's November 1975, and Balboa's professional boxing record is 43-21, with 40 wins by knockout. Rocky's first on-screen fight is a bruising win over Spider Rico, Pedro Lovell, that earned him a winner's purse of $65 before fees. When Apollo Creed's planned opponent for his New Year's Day fight backs out due to injury, Creed handpicks the Italian stallion Rocky Balboa to receive a Cinderella shot at the heavyweight championship. Improbably, the hungry Rocky goes the distance against Apollo, lasting the full 15 rounds with the relatively unprepared champion. Although Creed won the fight by split decision, bringing Rocky's record to 43-22 with 40 KOs. Had Apollo not been saved by the bell, it's probable Balboa would have knocked the champion out. In Rocky II, Apollo demanded a rematch that was set for Thanksgiving 1976. Despite being better prepared, Rocky won the fight by knockout. Rocky Balboa was now the heavyweight champion of the world, with a record of 44-22 with 41 knockouts. Rocky's record as heavyweight champion, Rocky II. Rocky III established that by 1981, Rocky Balboa had been heavyweight champion of the world for 5 years. The popular champion won 10 title defenses, although Rocky was later crushed to learn that his manager, Mickey Goldmill, handpicked Balboa's challengers to protect him. With Rocky's record now 54-22, Clubber Lang, Mr. T, emerged as the #1 contender. Clubber knocked out Balboa in 2 rounds and became heavyweight champion, bringing Rocky's record to 54-23. In Balboa's defense, he was distraught about Mickey's heart attack and death. Apollo Creed re-entered the picture, offering to train Rocky for a rematch with Clubber in exchange for a favor. After overcoming his fear and self-doubt, Rocky dedicated himself to Apollo's training, reinventing his fighting style to resemble Creed's flash and speed. In the most dominant performance of his professional boxing career, Rocky humbled Clubber and knocked him out in 3 rounds. Balboa was now a 2-time heavyweight champion with a 55-23 record. Rocky's record in unofficial fights, Rocky IE, Rocky IV, Rocky V. The Rocky movies left it unclear if Rocky Balboa defended the heavyweight title before Rocky IV. However, in Rocky IV, Balboa fought 2 unsanctioned fights, and no one ever saw one of them. Before his first fight with Clubber Lang, Rocky battled Thunderlips, Hulk Hogan, the World Wrestling Champion, to a draw in a charity boxer versus wrestler exhibition. At the end of Rocky IV, Apollo cashed in his favor for a private fight with Rocky. 2 decades later, Balboa admitted to Adonis Creed that Apollo won that fight. Rocky won his epic 15-round war with Drago by knockout, but the Boxing Commission didn't sanction the fight. In Rocky IV, Ivan Drago, Dolph Lundgren came to America and killed Apollo Creed in the ring during their exhibition match in 1985. This led to Rocky Balboa surrendering the heavyweight championship to fight Drago in Russia and avenge Apollo. Rocky won his epic 15-round war with Drago by knockout, but the Boxing Commission didn't sanction the fight. In Rocky V, the retired Rocky becomes the manager of his protege, Tommy Gunn, Tommy Morrison. Gunn and Balboa had a falling out and ended Rocky V in a street fight that Rocky won, but it obviously doesn't count towards his professional record.